Is a 5K run enough? Is running a 5K every other day enough to call yourself a runner? This is David, the Mindful Runner, and I teach beginning runners how to fall in love with running so they stick with it for the long term. Let's talk about not overdoing it. Let's start by going back 2,500 years to Athens, Greece, when an athlete named Phidippides had run 26 miles from Marathon to Athens, Greece to announce that they had won the battle. When he got there, he collapsed at the emperor's feet, and just before he died, at that moment, he said, "Victory is ours." My story of becoming a beginning runner starts about 6 years ago, and as I got into it, my dad asked me to do him a favor, and that was to consider the fact that we have heart issues in our family. As I got started running, I had to realize that I'm never going to be some sort of ultra runner. So the big question became, how far should I run? How far should I run in a day? How far should I run a week? How many times do I rest in that week? And how far should I run at a race? And luckily, right at that time, I happened to see a TED Talk by a Dr. James O'Keefe, and he was talking about not overdoing it as a runner. He's a heart surgeon, and he had cracked open over 150 chests and seen inside, seen what the heart looked like. And while he was insisting that daily exercise was critical for robust health and longevity, the point he was trying to get across was more isn't always better, especially when it comes to running. Dr. O'Keefe went on to say that long distance running, especially ultra runners, can cause hardening of the arteries and tearing of the muscle tissue around the heart. His running advice was to run only 10 to 15 miles a week at a comfortable pace of about 6 to 7 miles an hour, otherwise a 10-minute mile, and run fewer days, ideally between 2 and 5 days a week. So that's what I ended up doing. I started off running only 1 mile a day, every other day. I got to 2 miles, then I got to 3.1 miles, otherwise known as a 5K. And at that point, I found myself at a crossroads. It started off with, how much time do I have to run each day? How far should a 49-year-old beginning runner run? What are my goals in regards to my weight, my physical health, and most importantly, my mental health, which is the reason why I started running in the first place. So if you're a beginning runner and you have decided to run a marathon, that's your final goal, to run a marathon or a half marathon, ask yourself this: how long is it going to take not just your muscles and your tendons, but your heart and lungs as well, to develop the strength to run that distance? It's not going to be 12 weeks, I assure you. Look, I'm going against the narrative of running, and I know it's going to piss some people off. But if you use my Mindful Running 2.0 method, which is a absolutely 100% free course that you can take, video driven, you will learn to listen to your body and react by what your body is telling you. And your first run within this course is going to be literally 4.5 minutes. You're essentially running to the beat of one of your favorite songs, and it begins there. Please like, follow, and share, and I hope you go to chasethezen.com to where you can take the free mini course. It is absolutely transformational, and it is your easiest and quickest route to become positively addicted to running.